This means everything to me because I live here. I used to be in the military. I was an MP, and I served the country for 10 years. And when I got out of the military, I saw my community was hurting, so I decided to serve the community. And because of this here, I have a barber shop in here, a hair salon. We have a sweet shop. You may know that's a convenience store. We have the first and only grocery store. Now we have a laundromat. And this here is the first stages of the first community center. We need so much back here, and my dream is to make the Lower Ninth Ward catch up with the rest of the city. Even that means I have to build it by myself. But because of Miss Doe, and she didn't have to do this here because it was just my dream, it's happening. I mean, because this would have took me at least another year. This would have took me at least another year, and she did this in a matter of days. This is phenomenal. This is phenomenal.
Community! Stop.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out.
No, we need 5.
Ooh,
only 5.
Mountain.
For the 5.
We gon' walk it out, and
Those are the 5. Okay.
mountain.
How are you? 1,
And I rise up.
3.
I rise like
Which
the
one?
day. I rise up. I rise unafraid. I rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up. I like the waves. I rise up. In spite of the ache, I rise up. And I do it 1,000 times again.
This is how we build community. This is how we build community. This is how we build community.
Hello, Action Center! Yes! Okay.
And it's another reminder of how important it is that we come together in all aspects of the environmental movement. When we're talking about climate change, when we're talking about fracking, when we're talking about toxic landfills and things that are being situated, and most of all, when we're talking about issues of environmental justice.
I try to get a visual.
So building off the exposure from being featured in the movie How to Let Go of the World and Love All the Things That Climate Can't Change, we launched the Action Center Network in March 2016 with a goal to link 15 frontline marginalized communities through their local Action Center to seek, link, empower, change, and tirelessly advocate for those groups like the Action Center who did not even realize we were fighting climate change and environmental issues. But we were calling it other things and doing outstanding work, but doing it unsupported, on a shoestring, and alone. The Action Center Network brings them into the fold of the overall climate, environmental, and racial justice movements, while supporting and tirelessly utilizing our networks and access for funding, seeding, and strategizing with their leaders for self-empowerment.
For a couple of hamburgers on side, you want hamburgers and hot dogs. Okay, I got it.
In 4 short months, the Action Center Network has linked Superfund groups into a national group that's now ready for national and federal actions. In less than 5 days, we finished building a laundromat and laid the foundation for a community center in the Lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans. And both of these projects had languished for nearly 2 years undone. We have preserved and exposed to a wider audience New Orleans, Florida, and Alabama art.
Some of us are hurt and we're still struggling, and a lot of us are dead. These did not survive at all.
Oral and foundational history, which threatened to be lost through disaster and racial injustice. The Action Center Network's 2016 goal is to link 15 community action centers nationally, bringing 1.15 million newly empowered voices into the overall climate, environmental, and racial justice movements. With these powerful new voices, that's 1.5 million more new emails to all of our representatives. That's 1.5 million more that changes the hue and the palette and answers the call for us really to win this fight. Because national studies show if we don't include the marginalized, if we don't include the communities of power, if we don't include the impoverished and the poor who are the most deeply impacted, this war cannot be won.
We are looking to put this network together. In fact, the network is already together. People are out there and they're doing the work. And many people of means have said, oh, we only want to find those people who are doing the work in those communities as if they're hard to find. But we will challenge you. We will find them. We will vet them. We will give you all the information, and all we ask is that you help us to make sure that the work can move forward. It's not just saving their lives, it's saving all of our lives.
This conversation here that you guys are going to have amongst yourselves tonight is crucial and vital to our survival. And I don't mean just a survival as we can eat and we can breathe and we can walk down the street. I mean the survival of our culture. I mean the survival of our dignity. I mean the survival of our values.